Dean. You think one of our neighbors got
hurt? Someone got hurt. Okay, no, Berenstain Bears and the sitter. We're done talking about that one, okay? It was someone got hurt outside, okay? Yeah, it's okay. Everything's okay. The paramedics will save them. They're okay, okay? Okay, Mom and Dad are going out. Gramps and Grants are too. Who will stay home with the cubs? Just anyone won't do. Oh, that's creepy. A stranger. What's this? Said Papa Bear as he looked in the day's mail from the Bear's family mailbox. It was a notice telling about important meeting at the Bear Country Town Hall. That sounds like a meeting where no kids are allowed. Mama Bear called up Grizzly Gran. Brother and Sister Bear sometimes stay with Gramps and Gran when Mama and Papa had to be away. But Gramps and Gran were planning to go to the meeting too. So Brother and Sister couldn't stay with them. Oh, man. Or with Aunt Maud or Cousin Wilbur. They're going to the meeting too. Why can't we go with you? Asked Sister, beginning to get a little bit upset. Yeah, added Brother Bear. Because, Papa, said Papa, this meeting is for grown-ups, and besides, it won't be over till late, way past your bedtime. Well, where are we going to stay? The cubs want to know. You're going to stay right here, said Mama, as she put down the phone. Alone? Asked Sister. Of course not, said Mama. I've arranged for a sitter. A sitter? Said Brother. Who's he going to be? Sister asked. Miss Grizzle, who lives in the hollow stump at the end of the road, said Mama, feeling much better about the whole thing. Miss Grizzle, said the cubs, not feeling better at all. Once when Sister was playing with her friends, their ball went in Miss Grizzle's flower garden. Miss Grizzle was not too happy about it. Another time when Brother was flying his kite, swooped and bumped Miss Grizzle on the hat. She wasn't too tickled about that either. Later that evening, after supper, things had to be cleaned up. Mama and Papa got ready to go to the town meeting. But who's going to scrub our backs and read us a story and tuck us in? Asked Sister. Still a little nervous about the idea of a sitter. I understand that Miss Grizzle raised 7 cubs of her own, said Mama, putting her on her hat. I'm sure she's perfectly good back rubber, story reader, and tucker inner. She's not going to scrub my back, Brother said under his breath. Miss Grizzle came walking up the path to the Bear's treehouse right on time. There was no question about it. It was the same Miss Grizzle who got bopped with the kite and didn't like cubs tromping on her flowers. She was very large, almost as big as Papa. She carried a drawstring bag. What is in that bag, Josiah? What do you think is in the bag?
Oh, a trap.
A trap?
You think so?
Oh, sweet baby Jesus, I hope not. Evening all, said Miss Grizzle in a loud, jolly voice. Well, time's a-wasting, you two, she said to Mama and Papa. You better skedaddle off to your meeting. Miss Grizzle had a strong way of saying things, and folks usually did what she said. Mama and Papa kissed the cubs goodnight and skedaddled. That means leave. And the pages are hard to turn. Whew, said Miss Grizzle as she sat down on Papa's big chair. Sure good to get a load off your feet. She took off her hat and looked into her drawstring bag. There's something about somebody looking into a bag that makes cubs very curious. Miss Grizzle asked Sister. Yes. What's in the bag? Nothing much. Just some things I take along when I go sitting. A piece of string, a pack of cards. Meanwhile, over at the town hall, the Bears were getting ready for their very important meeting. They were getting ready for speeches, voting, and arguments about new laws. But Mama's mind was not on the meeting. Neither was Papa's. Mama and Papa Bear were thinking about what was going on back at home. Sister looked a little worried when we left, fretted Mama. So did Brother, agreed Papa. They decided to call and see how things were going. Things are going just fine, said Mrs. Grizzle. Brother and sister can't come to the phone right now. They're busy playing cat's cradle. Have a good meeting, shouted the Cubs, but they have to say good meeting. After cat's cradle, they play Go Fish with the cards that came out of Mrs. Grizzle's draw bag. They played Tiddlywinks with a special set of winks that Miss Grizzle had made out of polished stone and a snail shell. After a while, the Cubs got the yawns, and Mrs. Grizzle began getting them ready for bed. As she did indeed turn out to be a good back scrubber, Brother changed his mind about not having his back scrubbed. And she was a very fine story reader and a very super talker inner. I hope Mama and Papa had a good meeting, said Sister with a yawn, because we had a very good sit. The Cubs had a number of different sitters from time to time, but Miss Grizzle was their favorite, and they were always glad to see her. The end.